Hi, in this next step of our project we're going to take our section cut files into SmartCarve and prep them for the laser cutter. But before I do that, just want to point out here right now all of these are on layer 4. What I'm actually going to do is start a new layer. I'm going to call it the cut layer. So I'm prepping this to be used on the laser cutter. I'm going to start a second layer that I'm going to call the etch layer, and I'm going to make that red. Then I'm going to select all of these, go into the properties, and put them all on the cut layer. These are all going to be cut when we get to the laser cutter. One more thing I would do is sometimes, depending on how many you have and how well you understand the way that they're going to be assembled, it can be really helpful to put some text on and number the different pieces so that you can keep track of them. There are some automated ways to do this in Grasshopper, but for this project we're just going to do it manually. So we can go in, we can choose text with a starting point, and for this I guess I'm going to say about 1/8 of an inch, and I'm going to start with the section number, which here is 00. So I'm going to say OK. I'm going to move that up and over a little bit, get a good position for it. Then I'm actually going to put this on the etch layer because it's going to get etched. If you need to make any changes to it in the properties box, you can use this right here. And then I'm going to copy it around. Then I'm going to go in. I'm just going to name it with the section number. So this one will be 8. Okay, so now I have all my sections numbered. Okay, so we're going to go in here, choose all the text, and say explode. So Rhino text is all filled text, and what we need is for all of this text to be line work. Unfortunately, what it does do is it makes them all curves, so if you need to move them around, make sure that you select them all, or you can go in and make the text as a group. Okay, so now I have my text exploded, and I have my section cuts on the section layer, on the cut layer. So now I'm going to select everything that I want to export. I'm going to say export selected. I'm going to export it to a DXF file. I'm going to call this one the warm-up laser cutter. Yep. Alright. Now I'm going to come in and open SmartCarve. This is a pretty clunky program. We don't have it loaded in the Fac Lab, so you're going to have to load this on your own computer. We have a flash drive going around that you can get that from. I'm going to go in here and open new, and then I can go into Tools, Config. We're going to make sure that you have 980 by 800, apply OK. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to import the file. I'm looking for a DXF file. Can leave it at inches. I'm assuming everybody's been working in inches. So we can go in here, and in general you want to do all your editing back in Rhino or AutoCAD. When you first come in, you want to right click and scatter. That's going to break this up. Right now it's sort of a group. So then select everything. You're going to just want to nudge it in a little bit from the edge of your material. And then sometimes what happens is things shift to different layers. So you have a choice here, right? Normally we want to start with the blue layer is our cut layer. Generally we're going to use that for the inside. If you have like little cuts on the inside of something, then the green layer can be our etching layer. and then the red layer would be the outside cut when everything is done. In this case, all these reds got shifted, so we can just change the priority of that. So we'll put the priority, why don't we put the priority of this? We're not going to really use it. We'll put it to 3. And so now the red layer is priority 1, and then the green layer is priority 2. So we're going to go in here and change the speed and power settings. If you need to change any item to a different layer, what you can do is you can select all those items and then go to the layer that you want to put it on, say apply to the picked object, and you just leave it like that. Okay, so we're going to go in here, and we have a spreadsheet with our laser cutter speed and power settings. For right now, using chipboard with 1/8 of an inch, we're going to set the speed and power to the maximum of 100, which we have here, and then a minimum of 90. Okay, and can change this to an 8. Okay, and then the green, which is the numbers, we just want to etch that. So for etching, we're going to slow the whole thing down, and we're going to put it on, instead of 8, we're going to put it on 200. And then we're going to turn the power down to 20. Oops, 10 for the min and 20 for the max. Okay, so then the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to save the file. So we're saving it as an SMC file. I'm going to name it warm-up laser cutter SmartCarve, and save that. And then you're going to bring this file, the SMC file, to your laser cutter appointment. The last thing that you might want to do is click on the Carve Out button. And what you can see here, you choose Optimize Path, and you can see the estimated time that your file will take, 14 minutes. It's usually not exactly that, but at least it gives you an idea of what might happen.